Namaste, friends. Namaste, all of you. So, in today's session, it is more of integrating. So, in this self-transformation program, we do some experiment and then we try to consolidate it and go to the next step. So, this is not a theoretical subject where we keep on speaking theory. No, we speak theory and then we try to integrate it, make it part of us. We have covered quite a bit of topics about silence, the necessity of silence, and then the teachings of Buddha, the teachings of Patanjali, the teachings of Confucius, and so many things, how to pretty much fundamentally transform ourselves to understand where we are right now and how to go forward. So these were the things we were discussing. And in this final week, we'll focus more on integration. So I would like to hear some of your experiences, and from there we take it forward. You can raise your hand.
I would like to share one experience. I used to have fear of like breast cancer. मतलब जब से मेरी डिलीवरी हुई थी तब से मुझे ब्रेस्ट कैंसर का डर था सर, और हमेशा कोई ना कोई आजू बाजू आता था, कोई उसी से रिलेटेड बात करता था या कोई वैसे ही सेम इवेंट सामने आता था. तो जब मैंने आपका लास्ट एक यूट्यूब पे वीडियो देखा और मुझे एक उसमें से वर्ड एक बहुत ज्यादा ट्रिगर हुआ, नरिशमेंट. उससे मेरे बहुत सारे थॉट्स क्लियर हुए, ऐसे मुझे लग रहा है. जो पहले मुझे बहुत डर लगता था कि मुझे ऐसा लगता था मुझे वो होने ही वाला है एंड आई एम गोइंग टू डाई बाय दैट ओनली. सो अभी मुझे वो फियर चला गया है और ये बुक से तो मुझे और ज्यादा हेल्प होगी.
So how did the word nourishment help you? If you can share in detail, how did you face that fear? How did you come across that fear?
Yes, तो नरिशमेंट जब आपके एक वीडियो में आपने बताया कि मोस्टली फीमेल्स को ब्रेस्ट कैंसर होता है या मेल्स को हार्ट अटैक्स जो आते हैं मोस्टली, दैट इज बिकॉज द रूट कॉज इज नरिशमेंट. और सारे बहुत सारे रीजंस आपने बताए थे, पर नरिशमेंट से मुझे क्लिक हुआ कि देयर इज प्रॉब्लम इन माय नरिशमेंट आल्सो, लाइक माय रिलेशन विथ माय फादर एंड मदर एंड माय रिलेशन विथ माय चाइल्ड. सो उसमें से बहुत सारी चीजें मेरे सामने आई जो मुझे अब तक नहीं दिखती थी. सो आई वॉज एबल टू सी एवरीथिंग वेरी क्लियरली. पहले तो बहुत गुस्सा आया सब पे, बट लेटर ऑन आई अंडरस्टूड इट वेरी क्लियरली. और अभी गुस्सा नहीं है ना मेरे पेरेंट्स पे ना मेरे बच्चे पे. सो मे बी माई रिलेशन इज मतलब अभी और ज्यादा अच्छा बन रहा है मेरा रिलेशन मेरे पेरेंट्स के साथ. और मुझे वो डर चला गया. मतलब पहले मुझे बहुत डर लगता था, कैंसर ये वर्ड सुन के ही आई यूज्ड टू रन फ्रॉम देयर. सो अभी वो बुक, पहला बुक मेरे हाथ में आया जो आपने लिस्ट दिया था, उसमें से यही बुक मेरे हाथ में आया, डाइंग टू बी मी. पर अब वो बुक रीड करते वक्त बिल्कुल भी मुझे डर नहीं लग रहा है और मुझे अभी वो बिल्कुल ऐसा नहीं लगता है कि आई विल डाई बाय कैंसर. नो वे.
गुड, वेरी गुड. यस.
और सर मुझे वही पूछना था कि जो बार बार नेक रोटेशन हो रहा है, और तो इट इज हैपनिंग और इट इज डूइंग माय माइंड.
No. In meditation, whatever is your body movement, let it be natural. Nothing to be worried about it. If your head is rotating, let it rotate. After some time, it will come back. It will be normal. Everything is energy realignment and readjustment and recalibration in meditation. Okay. So not to be worried about it. So you don't worry about it. For some time, after a few weeks or few months, it will be all right. You just understand some energy shift is happening, which is a good thing. You are receiving energy, and because of that reception of cosmic energy, some things are happening for good.
और सर बहुत ज्यादा बॉडी मेरी जैसे स्टोन जैसे हो जाती है और बहुत ज्यादा हेवीनेस होता है फोरहेड पे और चेस्ट पे. ऐसे लगता है मतलब ऊपर से नीचे कोई खींच रहा है, जैसे बॉडी और हेड सेपरेट हो जाएगा.
You see a stone, right? A granite stone, before it becomes a beautiful sculpture, how many hit the stone has to go through? Millions and millions of times the stone has to be chiseled, bit by bit, part by part. Then only the beautiful sculpture comes. So you are going through that process.
Yeah, I want to share my 2-day mouna experience. The first day mouna, I feel really emotional, come out a lot of angry or what. So I do 6 hour more meditation. Then if I got time, I read more book. Actually, last time I read only book. I can't understand, but this time Mauna, I can more faster and deep understanding what they want to pass the message to me for the Omni book. Then when I deep how to say deep meditation and Mauna the time, I feel vomit at night. I feel like vomiting. So I just vomit out. But after vomit out, I continue meditate. I feel the emotional come out from my body, my inner. Then actually, I plan for 1 day Mauna only. But second day, I feel that I need to continue this Mauna because I really enjoy this process.
Okay, wonderful. So you're feeling better now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So you have to understand that the vomiting, right? It's also a release of the toxic emotions. Okay. And especially during intense silence, during intense meditation, people throw out a lot of things. It can be in the form of fever, where the body temperature raises to 2 degrees, and then the body cells release a lot of toxins, and also the old patterns. It also will be burnt during the fever process, and diarrhea, loose motions, vomiting, severe headache, throat pain, and running nose. So these are the things which are a symptom which gives us an indication that we are going through a great detox process, physical, emotional. Especially during Mauna, it is mostly emotional detox. See, we're all emotional beings, right? We're all energy beings. Emotional means energy in motion. We're all emotional beings, energy beings. And the child is natural. The child always is natural. The child is spontaneous. If it is angry, it is angry. If it is sad, it cries. If it is happy, it laughs. Right? It is spontaneous, and it doesn't take the emotion forward to the next moment. It leaves that moment and forgets it and goes to the next moment. The child doesn't think, oh, why did I cry yesterday? The child doesn't think. It feels like crying, it cried and finished. So it's ready for the next moment. So it lives moment to moment. We were all children. We were all born child. We were all born as a small children, and we were all happy. Were happy by birth. Every one of us were happy by birth. But what happened to our happiness? Because of the external situations, surroundings, parents, teachers, social conditioning, we lost our happiness. And who to blame it? No, we are not blaming anybody. In our soul design, we designed this kind of environment. Why we have to design this kind of environment? That is the game. That is a game of evolution. So we have to become a childlike, and to become a childlike, you have to be spontaneous to our emotions. And the most important is not to carry the past baggage, just live in the present moment. And many people even ask, sir, is past life regression needed for me? Do I need to understand my past? Do I need to see where is the root cause in my past? Actually, you don't need. If you can live in the present moment like a child, you don't need to go to the past and see the baggage. Just understand your present is because of your past, and your future will be because of what you do today. So if you can understand that, just try to live in the present moment, whatever might be the past. Okay, live in the present moment. Always live in the present moment. And relationships help a lot. Okay. And in this transformation program, we have to focus on our relationships. What relationship we are having with ourselves, what relationship we are having with our partners, with our children, with our parents. And relationships are a great teacher in our evolution. Every relationship. Sometimes we go through abusive relationships, but that is also a teacher, whether you like it or not. It makes you a mature person. The more you face complicated relationships, the more you are fine-tuning yourself to a greater degree. And if you just understand relationships are your mirror reflections, just pure mirror reflections. It's an opportunity for you to go deep within. You see, all our lessons, all our learnings, all our core lessons happens in the higher worlds, happens in the astral worlds, happens in the mental worlds. Our theoretical understanding happens in the astral and the mental worlds. But the practical execution happens in the physical world. The real test happens in the physical world. In the astral worlds and the mental worlds, there is learning, but there is no testing. So the testing is on the physical. Any challenges you go through in life is a test for you. Is a test what you have really learned in the astral and the mental worlds. Learning happens in the astral worlds. Testing happens in the physical world. So when we pass the test, that means we learn that lesson. If you don't pass the test, again, you have to repeat the challenge. Again, you have to repeat the challenge until we pass the test. So a lot of awareness is needed. Meditation gives that awareness, and a lot of balance is needed to step back, because when you're entangled in that emotion, you see, when the emotion thoughts, okay, you can cut the thoughts, but emotions, it is entangled, you become part of it, So emotions are a little more challenging to deal with. That's why mouna helps, because the more you practice mouna, the more you start witnessing it, the more you start become a witness for all your feelings, emotions, thoughts. So the more you distance yourself, you see from a higher perspective. When you're entangled in that emotion, you cannot see the solution. You cannot see what is the lesson to learn. You cannot understand why you are going through this. Always there is a misunderstanding. There is complaint. When you're entangled with the emotions, there is misunderstanding and there is complaint and there is reaction. Misunderstanding, complaint, reaction. These three things naturally are there when you're entangled with the emotion, with your own emotion. So the more you practice mouna, the more you start seeing the things from a bigger perspective, from a higher perspective. You step back and you see from a higher perspective. You start witnessing from a higher perspective. Then you naturally understand all the challenges that are there for your growth. Yes, it is painful. Experiences are painful. Some relationships are painful. Some incidents are painful, very hurtful, very hurting, very painful. Yes, it is true. But when you start seeing from the higher perspective, then you will understand that it is necessary for your growth, because that is a great experience for you. So you will not see from a perspective of pain, but you will see from a perspective of learning. Yes, because of that, I learned something. Because of that, I can able to understand the bigger picture. Because of this exam, because of this test, I have discovered my strength. I have discovered my own strength because of this particular challenge. I have discovered my potential. So you have to step back and see from the higher perspective. And meditation, mindfulness, silence helps a lot. This is the real transformation. When you can step back and see from the higher perspective, this is the real transformation. See, when you go back to the higher worlds, when you vacate the body and go back to the higher worlds, it doesn't matter what kind of a life you lived. It really doesn't matter how many cars you had, how many children you had, how many wives you had, how many husbands you had, how many houses you had. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What really matters is what lessons you learned, what experiences you got, what lessons you learned, what relationships. Did you transform all the relationships into a beautiful, friendly relationship? Is your relationship with your own self more peaceful? So you will carry all your experiences, my dear friends. That is what you carry to the higher worlds. Everything else you have to leave it here. You might be the president of America, or you might be the president of United Nations. You might be president of whole of the planet Earth. Doesn't matter. what really matters is what you carry with you is nothing but your own understanding of your own self, your experiences basically. So this self-transformation program is focused on the eternal things, what you're going to carry with you. So we don't focus on temporary things, manifestations, manifesting the house, manifesting whatever physical things. No, we don't speak about manifestation. We don't speak about theta waves, beta waves, alpha waves. We don't speak all those things. We speak to the core. We speak eternal things. What really matters to us, what really matters to the soul, what really matters for our eternal journey. We prepare for our eternal journey. Okay, so we don't focus on preparing local. While we are preparing for the global, the local is also taken care. You know, there is a saying, because I studied in Australia, there is a tagline of this very famous university, Monash University in Australia. They say, think global, act local. That is a tagline. Think global, act local. So our thinking is always global. We think from the soul perspective. We think from the karmic perspective. We think from the soul essence. We think from the perspective of our evolution. But act local, yes, we do meditation every day. We do read books every day. We clean our house every day. We cook food, tasty food, delicious food, sattvic food. We make friendships with every situation. So we act local, but our thinking is global. Okay. So I'm correlating that tagline, but in spirituality, we think eternal, not global, because we are multidimensional. The whole of the cosmos belongs to us. It's our playfield.
While meditating for after 1 hour, I'm getting some pain in my hands.
So you come out of the meditation, it's normal?
Yes. After 5-10 minutes, it becomes normal. This is happening during the meditation only.
So that gives the answer by itself. So during meditation, you are going through a certain pain, and you say there is no injury and the hand is healthy, all is well. And after meditation, it comes back to normal. So only during meditation, you are going through that pain. So that is an enough indication that some healing is happening.
Okay, but I want to sit for some more time. Like I want to go ahead with for 2 hours or something, but I'm not able to sit then because
you have to go through the pain. You have to go through the pain. There is no other way. In meditation, you have to go through the pain for the karmic cleansing. The karmic when you're going through the karmic cleansing, you will go through a lot of pain. You have to go through the pain. So you say you are pregnant. You just tell me, without delivery pains, can you have a baby?
No.
Without labor pain, can you have a baby? You have to go through the pain. Then only you will experience the motherhood. Then only you will experience the joy of a newborn baby.
Sir, what about in case of a C-section?
I'm not going into C-section and all the things. I'm just giving an example. Without delivery pains, you cannot experience the joy of motherhood. The pain is inevitable. You have to go through it. Every mother has to go through it. So similarly, in your meditation, you have to go through the pain. Whenever you are going through the pain in your meditation, tell yourself that you are going to give birth to a new baby. But the new baby is not another person, it's you. Your own new self is going to come. Your own inner is going to be new. So you're going to be a new person. So whenever you're going through the pain, imagine I'm going through delivery pain. Something new is going to be born. Not to be worried about it. Okay.
Okay. And can I follow the detox process after my delivery? Can a lactating mother
be sensitive? Be sensitive to your body, right? Be sensitive to listen to your body. Listen to your body, but you can eat fruits. Okay, there's nothing wrong. You can eat a lot of fruits. You can eat a lot of nuts. You can eat a lot of vegetables. Absolutely no problem. At any point of time, anybody can take nature foods.
Because I want to follow the liquid diet for a week at least. But
liquid diet, no liquid diet for pregnant women.
No
liquid diet for pregnant women, and immediately after birth also no liquid diet. You have to be sensitive. The body has to come back to the normal after delivery. But that's why I said you can eat a lot of fruits, vegetables, nuts. Liquid diet is not recommended for pregnant women or post-pregnancy immediately.
Recently, I do kind of broke up with my friend, which is a very close friend of mine. I just don't know why I kept thinking about her during the mouna session. Like, I feel a bit guilty, like I disconnect with her because this connection is not serving me anymore. She is, so I don't know how to do non-attachment. Like, I thought I will be able to detach people because I've been doing meditation, I've been practicing all this. So I don't know if you can enlighten me in this. Thank you so much.
Yes. So we have to always send our good wishes. Okay. We have to wish well to other people who are no more serving in our evolution. In your case, you said you had to broke up with your friend. So send good wishes. Always send good wishes. Whenever you remember that friend, whenever you think about that friend, you wish good from your heart. Okay, you really wish good from the heart. And you wish good because that friend is your friend which served you in the past. And by sending good wishes, that he is going to or she is going to change. And you really want to change among all your relationships, friends. You don't want, it's not only our transformation, we wish good for all other transformations. So in your particular case, yes, whenever you go through a breakup of an intense relationship, these memories is bound to come up. And whenever these memories are bound to come up, you imagine, visualize the beautiful moments you had in that friendship. And with gratitude, with a lot of gratitude, you send good wishes. Then that will help you to drop that baggage, and your good wishes also helps the other person. Okay, so that's the right way to do. Even it might be your intense enemy or a person who has destroyed you, stabbed you, still we send good wishes because we understand that we have chosen that person in our soul design to come and trigger those aspects. It's part of the soul picture. And we also understand the other person is also part of God. The other person is God. Like we are God, the other person is also God. So with that understanding, the other person is also God. So we wish him well. We wish him well, not for the sake of him. We wish him well so that we release our own emotional packages. By wishing another person, by wishing our so-called enemy, actually there is no enemy, but by wishing well our so-called enemy, we are helping ourselves. By forgiving others, we are helping ourselves. Okay, people think, why should I forgive? It's very difficult to forgive. It's too much. He has done so much. How can I forgive? You have to forgive. You are not forgiving for him or her. You are forgiving so that you can be more peaceful. You are forgiving so that you don't manifest any illness in your body. If you keep anger, vengeance in your body, it manifests as cancer. So in order to save yourself of chronic illness, we forgive. So the primary goal is us, forgiveness. So we forgive for our own self. Similarly, when those thoughts, emotions come up very strongly, send good wishes. Make peace with that person. It is important you make peace with that person. By making peace with the other person, you are actually making peace with yourself.
पर मेरे को ये पूछना था, जैसे कि अभी हम आप बताए करके हमने 2 दिन नहीं खा रहे, मौन रख रहे, तो इसके बाद कैसे कंटिन्यू करना है आगे?
So good, it's a good question. So you're saying, okay, now we are going through this, but how do we integrate it in our life? How do we integrate the detox in our life, the mouna in our life? Okay, so when it comes to eating food, make sure you are not eating more than 2 times a day. Okay, you can eat tasty food, quality food, but not more than 2 meals a day. That you can integrate in your whole life, not more than 2 meals. 2 meals, enjoy. In the middle, if you are hungry, drink plenty of water. Okay, or you can eat more fruits, more juices. And once in a week, completely silence. You can follow that throughout the week. So 52 weeks, you will have 52 days of silence per year. Okay, so once in a week, silence. And also once in a day, per week, once in a day per week, you don't eat any food. Just be only on liquids once in a day. And if you can able to make that one day where you are in mouna and the same day you are on liquid diet, then that is the best. Okay. Generally Saturdays where you don't need to go out, you don't need to do much things. It's your holiday. So any day you choose per week. So have this habit. One day you are totally on liquids and you are maintaining the silence one day. So you can integrate it, right? And especially when it comes like full moon, right? Full moon, the day of the full moon, the day before full moon, and the day after full moon. These 3 days are very powerful days for energy. So once in a month, these 3 days, you can eat only fruits, nuts, fruits and nuts, soaked nuts, fruits, these 3 days, and do intense meditation. So if you can practice this aspect of once in a week silence and once in a week liquids, once in a month, 3 days only on fruits. If you can practice it, then the self-transformation is part of your life. Along with doing meditation and reading books every day. I'm just giving you the detox diet, how to integrate it. Mauna and detox, how to integrate it in your life. Got it, madam?
ओके, और एक क्वेश्चन है, क्योंकि जब बचपन से मैं देखती हूँ कि हमारे घर में जब उपवास रहता है, पूजा होता है, तो प्याज और लहसुन, गार्लिक एंड ओनियन, वो दोनों ही नहीं खाते हैं. यहाँ आके सुन रही को प्याज खाते हैं, ओनियन, तो इसका क्या रीजन है?
See, garlic is strictly no, because it creates fear consciousness. And onions are not bad. Onions are good. See, in the ashrams, in the monasteries, they say avoid onions. And some of the brahmacharis, they don't eat onions. Because onions stimulate your hormones, right? The more you eat onions, the more it stimulates your sexual hormones. If you are living in a normal family life, there's no problem. You have to enjoy your family life. There's nothing wrong in eating onions. But some people who have taken brahmacharya, some people have taken celibacy, where they force themselves to go against all their body instincts. So that time they want to make sure that they are not stimulating their body. So that's the reason they say don't eat onions in certain religions and certain sects of spirituality. Certain sects, certain divisions in their spirituality, they don't recommend onions. But the truth is, onions are good for you. There is nothing harm in eating onions. You can enjoy onions, but garlic is strictly no. So we have done integration, and it is very important we integrate what we learn. Without integration, you are just simply coming, listening from this ear, and after a few days, it goes out from this. It's not going to help you in the transformation. That's why I insist specifically you write down, because there is an opportunity you will be able to read it again, recollect it. So the truth has to be heard multiple times. And unless you hear the truth again and again, it doesn't become part of your core. When you hear the first time, it is part of your superficial. It's part of your outer layer. You hear the second time, it goes a little bit inner. You hear the third time, it goes a little bit inner. So the truth has to be heard again and again. The Krishna's teaching has to be heard again and again. Bhagavad Gita has to be read again and again. Buddha's teaching has to be read again and again. So the more you read again and again, the more it motivates you to live the truth. The more it motivates you to experience the truth and live the truth. It is like this, you hear the music. You hear the music, you enjoy it. You don't know music, but you hear the beautiful music. Music played by a maestro, or music from the nature. You hear it, you enjoy it. First time you enjoy it. You don't know anything about music, but you simply enjoy it. And then the second time, the third time, when the more and more and more you keep listening to that music, then the desire comes. I also want to play. I also want to be a musician. So that desire that you also want to be that kind of a great maestro, music maestro, happens the more you listen to the music, the more you enjoy the music. Similarly, you will become like a Buddha. The deep desire that I want to be like a Krishna, I want to be like a Buddha, I want to be like Krishna, multi-talented. Right? I want to be like a Buddha. I want to be like Krishna. I want to be like Jesus. I want to be like so many great masters are there as living as inspiration for us. Right? So unless you listen to their teachings again and again, the core desire that you want to be that, you want to be enlightened like that, doesn't come. The truth has to be heard again and again, and it has to be integrated. So in this self-transformation, I repeat again, it is important we focus on the integration. If you don't focus on the integration, then you are just simply wasting the time. Okay, friends? So let us do more and more experiments, and only it is through our own experiments which is going to help us. Others' experiences are just a motivation, but the real help is only when you do your own experiment. Okay. So thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.